Well, I met Moss in 2015 in Sedona, Arizona. He was referred to me by a friend of ours at the time. And one of the things that I really appreciated at the time was that he said, "Look, I'm not a guru." And I went, "That's fantastic," because we were actually looking to do something totally different at that point. During the course of the program, he kept talking about frequencies, and I've had an understanding, a little bit of knowledge of frequencies over the years. And so I just resonated with him, and that's really how I got started with him.
I did not attend the Sedona event. I was in Sedona, but I was going through a spiritual burnout. We had spent a long time with a guru, and we were getting more and more disenchanted with the organization and with that spiritual journey. And so I just wanted to take a break. But John came back and he was so enthused and just felt such a connection with Moss that it inspired me to participate with him. And what did we do? We did an 18-day, or was that the first thing?
We did an 18-day, I think, when we got back.
We would go back to anything involving the guru, and we would both look at each other, and it was flat. There was just no connection with it anymore. It like disappeared so quick.
Actually, a funny story on that is we did an event up in Los Angeles one time. And when we got up there, Moss was up there, and it was at a park. And one of the gurus that we studied with, some of his disciples were there at the park. They were actually right across the sidewalk from our booth that Moss had set up. And all of those people, none of them recognized us at all. And we knew several people that were in that little gathering with them. So it was almost like being invisible. It was really funny.
And what was interesting too, Moss we had no advertisement. We had no paraphernalia. It was just a group of people with Moss and Faye and a couple. And we were just having lunch and enjoying each other. The guru had the entire spread. He had all of the bells and whistles and the reading material and the flyers and the banners, and everybody was in their regalia with their spiritual dressing. And they kept trying to get people to come over to their part of the park. And John and I were just observing how nobody would go over there, but Moss was like a magnet.
Yeah, he was like a magnet. And then he did like a presentation, and people just came out of nowhere. And he remarked about it. He goes, "Look, we don't even have business cards."
That's not, it was, yeah.
It was really funny. I mean, and it was actually very interesting just to observe that. So
yeah, for us to more affirmation of being on a better path for us.
Yeah.
And there was nothing wrong with the guru, and there was nothing wrong. Thank goodness he was not, where you hear all those stories about nefarious or really abusive gurus or those kinds of ashrams. And that wasn't it.
No.
He could only take us so far. And that's when we met with Moss. And we always, there's a part of us that wonders how long that type of discipline can really inhibit your growth, because practicing with a guru, it is all about the guru. Yeah. And how Moss says that you have to use his energy to get to a higher frequency. Absolutely is so true.
Yeah, very much so.
Very much so. It creates a dependency. And within the organization as well, it creates a dependency on the guru. Yeah. Because everybody, the people would leave their lives, their home, their careers, everything to go study with him, go practice with this particular guru. And it created this a codependency.
Very, very codependent.
Yeah. You were not. So it took us a while to get rid of those frequencies. It took us a while to adjust.
And the biggest thing about this is we're as individuals and as a couple, we're gaining strength from within ourselves and not looking outside for somebody to elevate us. That's what people look at with a guru. I mean, they tell you how great you are, but the bottom line is like Susan said earlier, it's about them. So I'm glad that pattern's gone.
Yeah. And that has also helped us to see and to really have the discernment to know during the tougher times with this work, this is a lasting process. Moss work, it connects on a level where it clears things that no other modality, and we can say
Yeah,
that from experience.
Yeah.
No other modality can nip in the bud.